Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time of day it is. I'm so glad you're here. I am Steph from Blossom Whole Wellness, and we're gonna work out together. We've got a really fun, good workout to do today, and it is gonna be involving a single dumbbell or maybe two. So when you look in the caption and look through basically the show notes to look at the workout, look to see if you can do this with either a single dumbbell or two. And at some point, I will show you when you might want to switch into a lower weight for something. So I'll keep you current on that, so don't worry. How do you choose what weight is good for you? Is you want to choose a weight that allows you to be working in within 3 reps before failure per set. We're working towards failure, not at failure. That's what the new ACSM guidelines have been saying. And it does not matter whether you're high, medium, or low intensity in terms of how you're working out, your HIIT workouts versus resistance training. The point is we're working towards failure. So 3 reps roughly before failure each set. That's how you determine which weight you're using. And it is okay to increase weight as we move through this workout. As you get more warmed up, your body will be more ready to take on more loading. If you just have a single dumbbell, great. That's the dumbbell we use for the entire workout. That's awesome. So don't worry. And then I'm gonna give lots of demos. I'm gonna make sure you understand how to protect yourself. And we're gonna have lots of fun and we're gonna sweat together. And I might lose track of my count. I might not. Who knows? It's a mystery. Regardless, we're gonna get a good workout in and we're gonna have lots of fun doing it. So let's get into our warm up. This workout, by the way, is called the mixer because we're gonna be doing a right side whole thing, then we'll be doing a body weight thing in the middle, and then we'll come back to the end and finish it with the other arm, the other side of our body. So this one's a mix-up, or the mixer. So we'll get into the warm-up. So we are going to do something called over-unders. So I'm gonna be moving pretty well from left to right or right to left, so it looks like this. We're just gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna go over the fence, over the fence. I'm gonna slide under the fence. That's one. So we're gonna go back over that barbed wire fence, over. We're sliding under. So watch how I bring my butt down and I slide under. So it's not this. I have clients that don't bring their butts down with them. So there's 2. Here we go. Over, slide under. There's 3. Over, sliding under for 4. Over, here's 5. Who put this fence here anyway? Over, and there's 6. Beautiful. Those are weirdly tiring. So in case you're wondering why you feel a little breathless right now, that's the nature of the game on those guys. We're gonna do walkout, so I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me. So it looks like this. I'm going to come down, walk my hands out into a plank, and I'm going to step forward and I'm gonna keep this back leg up, step back, bring the other leg. You are welcome to drop that knee, that's fine too. And then step back into a plank, and then we're gonna walk our hands all the way back, bringing the hands as close to the feet as possible, and up for 1. We've got 3 more. We're gonna walk out into a plank. I'm gonna switch which leg goes forward this time for funsies. You don't have to do that. That's 1. There's 2 for that. I'm stiff as heck from a gardening project this weekend. Did you guys do some gardening? It is that spring, and then we're gonna walk back. There's 2. Yeah, it's the time when we're all stiff because those of us who like to garden are out doing all these things and building things and tearing things out. I tore grass out. This one's number 3 here. A lot of grass, much to my husband's horror. And then we're gonna walk back. And then last one here, walk, come out to plank. So make sure you're not here or here. If you're one of my gals that needs to be on your knees for this, that's fine. So you would just step forward this way and return back to knee, step forward, come back to knee. And I'm just gonna come back into a tall plank. I'm gonna walk us back. All right, beautiful. Now we're gonna do alternating scorpion. So I'm gonna go down onto the ground. Actually, it's gonna be easier, I think, if I come straight on for this one. So I'm gonna come down to the ground. I'm going to face, my forehead and my eyes are gonna look at the ground. And I'm going to lift my left leg. You can start with whichever leg you want, that's up to you. And I'm gonna rotate. These are called the scorpion. And down, you are absolutely welcome to drop your head should you want to. There's 2. Here's 3, we're gonna go to 8. Here's 4, notice I'm going pretty slow. And if I'm going a little too fast for you, please feel free to pause this, especially if you're finding you're a little stiff and you wanna spend more time with this one and a little longer per side, feel free. That is entirely up to you. I'm just moving through here for the sake of the workout. But at any point, you can slow down. And we'll do one more just for funsies. Here we go. Come on back. All right. We're gonna grab a band. If you don't have a band, don't worry. You can do this without a band. So this is just happens to be a banded cha-cha, but we're gonna come all the way up onto our feet. This is going to come around my ankles at the lowest point of my ankles here, and getting this sorted out. If you have a cloth band, which kind of proprietarily is called a glute loop, that's fine. Sometimes they come in a set. If you have that set, go with your lightest one. This will be tough if you're using a heavier cloth band, because those do not allow for the same level of stretch as this guy does. So if you look in my captions, you will find a list of the different equipment where I bought this stuff from off of Amazon. If you hate Amazon, you can at least go onto the link and just see what it is, and then find an equivalent somewhere else at like your local Target. You can find them at Target. Where else have I seen them? Dick's. I've seen like packages of these types of bands at Dick's. Very inexpensive. A package is about $10 and you get 4 or 5, I can't remember. Anyway, all to say, these are very inexpensive if we're working on a limited budget, and often they'll come in sets. That's generally how they work. So that gives you bang for your buck in terms of spending $10 and getting a couple of bands, which I do use a lot in my classes. So maybe you decide you want one. Okay, if you don't. All this means we're gonna do some cha-chas. I'm going to hip hinge. So from the side, it looks like this. I'm gonna hip hinge forward. And then I'm going to, for 30 seconds, I'm gonna go 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I'm gonna keep this leg loaded throughout for 30 seconds. It'll look just like this. So once I'm done with the 30 seconds, we'll stand up, shake our leg out, reset into that hip hinge, load over onto the other leg, and then go 12 and 6 o'clock, okay? Are we ready? 30 seconds, and looking at the timer, and here we go. So I'm gonna go 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, going for 30 seconds. If you're someone that's really competitive and you wanna keep up with me, by all means, see if you can keep up. If you're someone that just says, go without me, that's fine too. You do the pace that works for you. That could be more here where you're just being deliberate in that toe tap. That's fine. I am talking during this 30 seconds, just in case you're wondering if I'm paying attention. I am, in fact, paying attention. Okay, so here we go. If you wanna go a little faster, we can go faster like this. But notice also that my body is micro-adjusting. My knees are micro-adjusting, and up. Woo! Okay, so that for me was my right leg. If you're mirroring me, that would have been your left leg. And I'm gonna come down, let's get into it. We're gonna do this again. And go. 12 and 6. The key here is to stay stable. So if you find yourself like wobbling all over the place, then you know maybe you're tapping too far forward or too far back, or maybe you're not ready for this big loaded position yet. Maybe you're someone that comes up here. If you are doing this body weight without the band, this is exactly what it looks like. And then you might find that speeding up your pace a little bit actually gives you a little more bang. So please feel free to load and do this exactly as I'm doing it without the tension, and up. You did it, nice work. So I love banded cha-chas. You can also get crazy with those and go tap out just like this. And you can do 12, 3, 6. That's if you're doing the right side. And then you'd go 12, 9, 6 on the left side. We do those a lot in class too. So lots of fun variations on those. The workout today, let's get to it. This is the good stuff. I mean, the warm-up is the good stuff too, but if you're like me, I wanna get into the meat. So let's go. We are gonna do single dumbbell for 4 movements. I'm looking at my cheat board below the camera line here. 4 movements, and then we're gonna finish up with a sprawl or a burpee. So do not panic. If you don't know what either of those are, and or can't do them, I will show you options that make it very possible for you to do a version that works beautifully for you. So in the meantime, RDLs is gonna be our first move. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hold it like this. If you find that holding it by your fingertips is difficult, hold it like this. That's perfectly fine. Actually, I kind of prefer it this way myself. So I'm gonna hold it end to end like this, turning sideways, and RDL looks like this. So notice how it's basically dragging against my legs and how my butt is going all the way back towards the wall behind me. This is how we do these. My back stays nice and active, so I'm not looking like this. I'm staying active. And then I'm pulling straight up, okay? So we're gonna do 6 of those, and then we're gonna go into a move called power cleans, which sounds very fancy, and it will make you feel very cool when you learn how to do them. And they are not particularly difficult in the dumbbell version, okay? Here we go. So we're gonna go 6 RDLs. You're gonna maintain contact with the dumbbell against your legs, and you're gonna only go to mid shin. 3, we're going to 6, 4, 5, and then 6. Then I'm going to change my grip, step out, and now I'm going to turn my dumbbell. So this end is gonna come up, tip it down. I'm going to tap the ground, come up. This is where it ends. And then I tip, come up. You will notice, don't get lost in the weeds if you're someone that wants to follow exactly how I do it, because you're gonna see that I lift and bring it up. So I'm using this whole right side of my body to pull and then land. Don't panic. If yours looks more like this, that's great. It's a good starting position. Fine when you're going light. It will definitely be a little more prohibitive as you get heavier. You will need to learn how to use the other side, like the whole body, in order to do these well at heavy weight. So for now, let's go. So we're gonna tilt and 1. Tilt, my butt comes down. Here's 3, here's 4, here's 5, here's 6. Now we're already in position for the next thing, which is front squats. Right side for me, right side only, left side for you if you're mirroring me. I'm gonna pull my elbows up and we hip hinge. We do a squat with elbows driving up for 2, 3, from the side 4, 5, this stays parallel, 6, good. Now we're in position for the push press. Watch my knees, dip, drive, otherwise known as load the spring, release the spring. Dip, drive. I'm gonna load the spring, release the spring. Here we go for 3, and 4, and 5, one more, 6, beautiful. Now we put this away, and we have a couple of options. I'm stepping off camera so that I can grab a jump box because I should have grabbed it ahead of time. Okay, we've got a box so I can show you burpees and sprawls. I'll show you the as written version. Here is a sprawl. I'm gonna turn sideways. It is a non-push-up, non-jumping burpee. So I'm here, I'm gonna kick out, kick in, up. Can you do that without jumping? Yes, absolutely. Here, step, 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 up. That's 1. In my classes, I tell my gals, feel free to hybridize this, meaning you can jump out, step in, or step out, jump in. If you need an elevated version to protect a back, your strength level to protect a shoulder, that's where this guy comes in. So you're here, step, 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 stand in between. If you want to hop, then you can hop, step in, then you can step out, step in. You have options to the back of your couch, a coffee table that's very sturdy, a step outside, a park bench, anything that's elevated. You do not have to go down to the ground. You always can elevate any movements like burpees, sprawls, and push-ups, of course. All right, burpees, the dreaded burpees. Those guys are this way. We're gonna come down, I'm gonna kick out, and watch what my legs do. I'm gonna kick them out wide and stand. Why? Because it shortens the length of time spent kicking your feet back under you. It shortens that time, it shortens the distance. And now from here, I'm just gonna jump, and then I'm gonna go right back out. All right, so we're counting now, everybody. So that was 1. Here's 2. If you're doing the sprawl version, I will do that with you. There's 3. Here's the sprawl version. Out, in, 4. Sprawl version, 5. I'm gonna walk in just to show that. And 6. Options. You have so many options. All right, and we just did 6. That was round 1. Let's do that again. I'm gonna move a little faster this time. Do not panic just because you heard me say the word faster. Faster does not mean we lose quality, and it does not mean we lose I will lose you. Feel free to slow this down. Feel free to pause this and work through it on your own pace. Do not feel like you have to keep up, okay? That's super important. That's a rule we live by in my class. You do your pace, all right? Here we go. I'm gonna turn the ends. We're gonna go RDLs. So in case you're wondering, there's 1. RDLs stand for Romanian deadlift. Some of our most iconic moves are all named after Eastern European countries. We even have Turkish get-ups, Turkish sit-ups. Oop, I think I overdid one. My counter is off camera and she's doing awesome. I am not. All right, and then here we go. We're gonna go power cleans. I'm gonna tip the end here and come up. Oh, nope, that's a snatch. Hold on, there we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if you're not liking this pace, 6, pause it, slow it down. And I think I keep doing more because I keep talking. All right, front squats from the side, look like this, elbows up and down. If I keep my elbow up, then it keeps my torso up. 3, 4, 5. Again, you don't have to go this pace. 6, good. We're right in a push press now. Dip, dip, drive. From the side, this is what it looks like. Imagine you're sliding against a table, against a wall. So you're just dipping, you're not tilting, and you're not doing a squat. It's a dip. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more. 6. And now we have sprawls or burpees. You choose the version that works for you. I will do these face on now. Let's go. All right. There's 1. Do you have to jump with these? I mean, that's a classic burpee for sure. This one's 3. But you don't have to if you can't jump. You can do the rest of it, but no jump. That's okay. 5. And 6. Good work. That's 2. All right, let's go. If you're feeling at all dizzy or lightheaded or like you need to sit, pause it, sit for a second, walk around if you need to, active recovery, get some water. I'll get some water, how about that? Let's get some water together. All right, you never have to do things at my pace. Do things at your pace. There is no reason to feel like all is lost because you can't keep up. Never ever feel that way. Just pause it or slow the video down. For those of you who don't know how to do that, you could look that up really quickly and learn how to actually slow the video down a little bit so that the reps are going slower. Okay, whew, let's go. Last time we have RDLs. All right, last time, mid shin. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, nice active back. 5, going to mid shin. And 6, we're gonna go cleans. I'm gonna start here. It just feels easier to start in this default position for me. So tilt forward. I'm almost at a snatch again. Gosh darn it. 2, 3, 4, make sure to bring your butt down with you. 5, so you're not doing a deadlift again. And 6, right into a front squat. Elbow up, torso's tall, eyes looking up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, push press, think dip drive. And 1, and 2, and 3, release that coil down at the bottom. 4, 5, load the spring, release the spring for 6. Good job. Sprawls or burpees. I will do sprawls for my sprawl gals, and I will do them elevated, just in case you need to see that again in real time. Everybody else, you can do your sprawl, you can do your burpee, and do whatever variation works for you. I'm gonna do this for all of my elevated gals, and down we go. There's 1. Make sure to stand up in between. 2, my other gals tend to forget to stand up in between. 3, 4, if you need to step out. There's 5. And also notice how my shoulders stay over my wrists, which I made no comment about whatsoever until just now. That's something to aim for. There's 6. Okay, that whole section of the workout is done. Right side is done. Now we have a little mix up in the middle here where we're gonna do 3 moves, body weight only, 3 times, and then we're gonna move on and finish up the other side. So 5 push-ups. Do not worry about doing these elevated. The elevated push-up can be a long version just like this, where you're just doing, I'm tucking my elbows behind me. Notice what's not happening. I'm not doing this, okay? No turtling. Push up and out. If you think I'm kidding, people do that all the time. Women are like, hey, look at my push-ups. Actually, those are called shoulder retractions. So different move entirely. So for my gals, you've always wondered, how on God's green earth do I do a push-up if I don't have the strength? You start here. And now watch what happens. I'm gonna bend just a little, and then I'm gonna push up. If you're someone that says, I got that, go a little lower, we can come down here, we can push up. You can make this a little easier by tucking your legs underneath you and doing push-ups this way. For those of you saying that looks stupid, who cares? You're in your living room or you're in your hotel room and you're doing the best you can. You do the version that works for you, okay? Now, everybody else, come on down here and we're gonna do knees. You can do the knee version. If you can come all the way, notice how I'm stacked, shoulders over wrists. I'm gonna turn my hands out just a tiny bit out here, like this. Instead of facing forward, I'm gonna rotate my hands. It actually, ergonomically, mechanically is a little bit better for women's bodies, more so than men's. And from here, I'm gonna drive my elbows behind me and we press up for 1, 2, we're going to 5, 3, 4, 5, good work. Lateral lunges, 10 of them. We're gonna start in what looks like a sumo or a plie position. I'm not gonna let my feet turn out too much because I don't wanna create a weird angle in my knees. From here, I'm gonna go into a hip hinge starting on this hip. I'm gonna really load up that hip, come up for 1. Other side, load and hip hinge back. 2, from the side, it looks like this. 3, so notice how far back I am right now. And then here's the left side. 4, straight on, we're gonna keep going. 5, up to the top. 6, 7, 8, now everyone has a different depth on this one. 9, based on several factors. 10, if you're not able to go as low as I am, I don't care. We're organizing the movement, that's all that matters. So if you're struggling to just do this movement, focus on hip hinge, straight leg, middle, hip hinge, straight leg, middle. Depth comes later. Depth always comes when you focus on quality of form first. Don't worry about depth. That never matters. Push-ups, squats, lunges, these types of movements, depth doesn't matter, okay? Keep that in mind. All right, straight leg sit-ups. I am having my watch is being blown up right now, so let's move that off to the side. And here, come on down. Okay, straight leg sit-ups. Different variations here, ladies, so that you can do this movement with me. For my full range gals, we're gonna go all the way down, tap, all the way up, slap you can either do feet, I usually just say shins, it's easier. If that seems too hard, so it would look like this, couple of reps. We're going 15 of these, so it would look like that. Or butterfly version, which some people like better for their backs, is the butterfly sit-up version. If that seems a little tough, then you can do the tuck-up version, which is here, just like this. You'll see this in other videos and in a demo video. Also, if that one's too much, then you can just rock up, just like that. Or you can hold for the duration of the time it takes me to finish that 15 reps. You can just hold this position. So you do not ever have to do a moving position. You can always default to a holding pattern just to kind of work on the endurance of that movement. That's always an option too, okay? All right, straight leg sit-ups, let's go. We're going 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing great. Here's 5, 6. For those of you who are struggling to come all the way up, you can just come up this way. There's 7. You could come up just a little higher like this for 8, or come all the way up. You never have to come all the way up. 9. Here's 10. Here's 11. 12. You will move around a lot on this one. 13. It's happening right now as we speak. Here's 14. And 15. You did it. Okay, that was round 1. We had 2 more rounds of that. If you would like to do a full length push-up, so out on your feet, that would look like this. So you're here. You do not have to, contrary, this is not the military PT test. Your chest does not have to touch if that's not where you're at yet. But what I don't want if you're gonna do the full length version is this. That's not a push-up. That's bad form. It's a bad habit. And I want you to default down to your knees and focus on drawing those elbows back, turning the hands out a little bit, elbows back, tucking your belly button up. And here we go. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good work. Come on up for those lateral lunges. Get nice and wide. And again, depth does not matter. Depth will come. Focus on the form and the movement and the organization of the actual movement pattern itself. Go, we got 10 here. There's 1 and 2, 3, 4. I'm really loading back. 5 into my hips here. 6, keeping my chest super tall. 7, 8, so try not to fold in half like this. And here's 10. Good work, straight leg sit-ups. Another one, for those of you who have a BOSU at home or access to a BOSU, you can use a BOSU to do work like this on your BOSU. A couple of gals in my classes here in the studio who have, for various reasons, medical issues and kind of prohibiting factors, so they have to use a BOSU, and it's wonderful. It's a great, great, great alternative. So feel free to use a BOSU. One of these days, I'm gonna do an entire BOSU class for you. There's 7. So that way you can find out how to actually use a BOSU. That was 8, here's 9. Here's 10, because BOSUs are a super fun tool. And 11, and 12, and 13, 14. Next up here, last time, 15 push-ups. 5. We'll stay down on our knees because that's where most gals tend to stay. Like I said, if you're one of my full length gals, elbows are tucked in, belly button is pulled up, so rib cage, belly button are zipped up, and you're making sure that you're not turtling. That's not a push-up if you're turtling. It's bad for your shoulders and it's a terrible habit to get into. Here we go. That's not how you build real strength anyway. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, if you felt overwhelmed by the speed of those push-ups, no problem. Pause at any time, finish up your set, and then jump back in. No one knows, and it's just you and this workout. And nobody cares anyway. We're all hanging on for dear life and our own anyway. 2, going to 10. 3, I'm getting a little more warmed up. 4, there goes my depth. 5, it's coming back to me now. 6, 7, 8, 9, keeping my chest nice and tall, and 10 sit-ups last time before we finish up the left side of our body here. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, my butterfly push-up or pull-up sit-up, gals. 4 would look like this. 5, I find these ones harder. And 6, you might want an ab mat for those of you who have access to an ab mat. 7, 8, they're literally called ab mats. 9, 10, Always moving. 11 and 12. Keep going. Here's 13. 2 more. 14 and 15. Okay, we did it. So if you're a data gal, like a gal who likes numbers and likes data, you just did how many? You just did 6 sets plus a 7th set in the warm-up, and then we have 3 more sets to go. So you'll have a total of 10 sets that you will have completed of really good, robust work in this workout. So for those of you who like to have your workouts broken down like that, there you go. Those of you who don't care and don't want to know, sorry, just ignore everything I just said. Feet underneath you, active back, holding the ends. Let's finish this. We're gonna go to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into power cleans. You might find the side you're working on feels a little more uncoordinated. That is normal. It's not just you, okay? Here we go. So remember, tilt that front part of the, and bring it right up. Tap the ground, bring it right up to your shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're right here for a front squat. Let's go. Elbows tall, shoulders are tall, gaze is up. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. And now push press. Dip, load the spring, release it. Dip drive. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now sprawls or burpees. I'm gonna do the burpees on this round. Here we go. I'm gonna kick my feet wide. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Get some water. Pause if you want to. Walk around. Get some, maybe high five someone in the house and tell them you're awesome so that they know you're great and working really hard. We're all getting water. Okay. Are you ready? 2 more sets. So we had 10 sets to do. This is set number 9. Here we go. Pull your feet under you. Nice active back. Down we go. Big hip hinge. Keep that dumbbell close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring it up for a power clean. Tilt this end down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Front squat. Elbows high, butts back. Here we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Push press 6. Dip, so straight down. Spring up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good work. Oh, party foul. Okay. Sprawls or burpees. I'm gonna do sprawls this time, just to keep all of you guys sort of engaged so you can see in real time what it looks like. Here we go. There's 1. Notice how I kick my feet out and then out to the outside of my hands on the way back in. This one's 3. Here's 4, 5, and 6. Fantastic. Walk around, get some water, pause, do whatever you need to do. Take your time coming back, but don't take too long. I don't want your breath to have turned back to normal again. I want to keep your heart rate up. I want to keep your breath moving. I want to keep your body moving. All right, last time. Here's set number 10 so you can feel awesome and accomplished, because you are awesome and accomplished. Feet under you, down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Power cleans. So the end that's on your shoulder is the end that's gonna tilt forward and to this side. Here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and front squats. Almost forgot. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Finish it up here. Push, press, dip, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Woo! Okay, last 6 reps. You can do anything for 6 reps. Okay, I'm gonna do burpees again. We're gonna finish that off. You do your elevated version, your sprawl version, or your burpee version, and whatever modifications in between, just to be able to do them. Find the one that allows you the best quality and the biggest challenge. Here we go. There's 1, and 2, and 3, 4. You got 2 more. Here we go. That one was 5. 1 more. And woo. Okay. Now I'm gonna double high five you, because there was a lot of work involved in that one. You guys are awesome. You did so good. Your mission after this workout is to go tell someone you're awesome, celebrate with a friend who maybe is on the same journey that you're on, and then stay feral, because who wants a docile woman? No one ever. Eat lots of protein, lots of greens, making sure you're getting good solid fats. And if you found this super helpful, you think a friend should join you, like and subscribe to my social medias of the same name. Like and subscribe here. And I'm so looking forward to seeing you and working with you and working out with you and being tired with you again in another workout. Super glad to have seen you. Great job today, everybody. Stay feral. 7, I know you're tired right about now. 8, this is where we really dig in. 9, and we focus on form. 10, and slow it down if you need to. If I'm going still too fast for you, slow it down. This is where we tend to get hurt, is when we go too fast, when we're fatigued at the end of a workout. Think of the last run of the day in skiing. This is where ACLs get torn. So make sure you're very, very concerned, like you're just focusing on good quality form. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do this. 7, 8. Last time, and you won't have to do these again for a while. 9, and 10. You did it. Good work. Okay, we have 2 movements down. Let's get up for speed skaters. All right, load it up and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These shoulder taps. I'm gonna do these face on this time. All right, curl those toes, hands underneath you, lift your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, skydivers. I'm gonna go this direction this time. 10. Really squeeze your shoulder blades and your glutes, your butt cheeks together at the top of this one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Skydivers and then bridge marches, guys. We're almost there. Come on down. Hips up. Hips up. Heels right behind your butt. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hips are up. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, you can stay right where you are but I'm gonna stand up to finish this. But you can listen while you're just laying right where you are. I'm so glad you finished that workout with me. So for those of you who just wanted a bodyweight workout, rad. Those of you who are looking to just build your movement library, this is amazing for you for that. If you need to shorten up the reps for any of the movements, feel free to do that. These are your workouts. I may program a certain way, but you're doing them a certain way. So feel free to modify anything that needs to be modified to make these valuable for you. In the meantime, eat lots of protein, good fats, lots of greens, drink your water, stay super feral. Docile women do not do great things in the world. Go out and be big. And in the meantime, so excited that you worked out with me. Double high five. And then I will see you in another workout.